And I think we might be live. I'm waiting for it because there's always that weird moment where you don't even know if it's live. But I think we are. Awesome. We are. Fantastic. What's going on, everybody? How's it going, gang? This is the most on time I have ever been to a live stream, to my own live streams. It's crazy. I feel like my microphone might be a little bit hot, so I'm going to turn it down just a tad. How's it going? So, as of the title of this video, I wanted to talk about the state of the channel. Yes, who's moderating, asks people. We got not Theodore, who used to be not Scott. Am I even pronouncing that name right? Other people might be here. Mopey might be here. I may have missed. Who knows? I'll probably create some more mods as we go along. Dylan's here. NERDSYNC is burning to the ground. You're supposed to be doing something, I imagine, Dylan. But anyway, yeah. So I wanted to talk about the future and kind of the state of NERDSYNC right now. It's not burning to the ground. This is not going to be one of the video we made, a couple weeks back or months back or something like that, where I was like, oh, we're ending. We're going to leave off of YouTube. That was a real thing that I was scared about, but thankfully, because we have people, wonderful nerds like you, who support us on Patreon, which is one of the first links in the description down below, you guys have been supporting us there, and it has made so many things happen. It's made it so that I don't have to super worry. Well, I was going to say I don't have to super worry about paying rent, but so I don't normally I wouldn't, but because this was 4th of July happened, I haven't gotten paid yet, so my rent is officially late. But either way, that's not your guys' fault. That's America's fault. You could have gotten freedom later on in the month. America, I think, would have helped me out so I could get paid on time. But anyway, NERDSYNC is surviving barely. Well, we're surviving thanks to the patrons, and that's the biggest thing. And I just want to say thanks to everybody for that. We've been uploading longer form videos. I wanted to get your guys' reactions and opinions on that sort of stuff. Those have been actually performing pretty well for us. I think the Archie video is it's got like 140,000 views. The Wonder Woman video has over 200,000, which is awesome. So a bunch of great stuff for those longer form videos. The Adam West video, I think right now is somewhere, it's over 50,000, but I don't know how much. That one's still growing as the time goes on, though. And a lot of people said that you like those types of videos. So my plan initially to kind of give you a little strategic guide for the videos and the structure of NERDSYNC going forward. I feel like my camera could be lower just a tad. There we go. Hey everyone. Okay, cool. You all love the Adam West video. It was a good video. We need a Spidey video. We're working on it. This is actually kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So, something that I really wanted to do was to make these longer form videos, every single week, to make like a 20-minute long video every week, because I love making those. I really don't like, there was a time, a couple months ago, even as early as a couple months ago, when I was trying to pump out, 2 to 3 videos a week that were like 4 to 5 minutes long, maybe 6 minutes long if we got lucky. And those are fine. But I just kind of felt like those were good enough videos, right? Where I would just whip them together and I'd be like, it's good enough. We'll throw them up there. And I don't really care for that whole mindset of it. And I know that Derek from Veritasium made a whole video about how YouTube currently used to prefer quality over quantity, and now it prefers quantity over quality, and how good enough has to be the strategy going forward. But since I'm not super relying off of YouTube specifically, I'm relying off of the patrons. I want to make sure that they are getting what they are paying NERDSYNC for. So I'm still going to try to do quality over quantity. But like I said, I wanted to do once a week, one of those 20-minute videos a week. The problem is, those take, days upon days to write research, and then of course edit. Editing takes a really long time. That Adam West video took us forever. of course, it didn't really help that I was away in California during that whole process. So we had a couple days where just nothing got done because I wasn't around to help. That will hopefully be better. What does the super chat button do? Well, maybe press it and find out. No, it's just a way to give little donations and get your chat featured in bright, colorful colors. It's a good time. But yeah, so I wanted to, realistically, the plan is to do one of these 20-minute long episodes because I love them so much. I really, really do. To do one of those every other week. Simply because it's a sustainable strategy right now. I'm in the process of still bringing on and getting editors and well, I guess editors plural, yes, and then a kind of assistant writer to help me out to try. We're still in the process. Hey, David gave some super chat goodness down there. Everyone give some applause emojis for David, or whatever emojis you see fit. Doesn't matter to me. But yeah, so sorry. Back on track. So I'm still in the process of training editors and a writer to try and get them up to speed on the style that I want, and really just get them all thrown in together in the NERDSYNC team and whatnot. So that's why video production has been slow right now. And so I appreciate you guys. Look at all those emojis down there. Look at you guys. You guys are awesome. But yeah, so I'm still in the process of getting that all synced up, if you will. And I want to basically, eventually get into the swing of things so that we can make one of these long videos every single week. But right now, not sustainable. We'll do every other week. And then in the meantime, we'll probably do one live stream a week, because I gotta be honest with you guys, I super duper love live streaming with you guys. It's always a ton of fun. I really genuinely look forward to it. It's not something that I wanted to do a lot of on this channel when we first started, simply because I had the mindset of I wanted to just only do very high production edited stuff, and I thought a live stream would make the channel kind of feel cheap. But now, I have a different mindset about it. I think live streams are the best way to get the community to kind of, feed the community, to interact with you guys. Because, I ask you questions at the end of videos, and I read your comments. I respond to a lot of them. But doing this, interacting with you guys live, it's awesome, and I really love it. And I hope you guys like it too. We'll probably be doing once a week. That would be a lot of fun for me to do. And we might answer comments and questions and stuff like that, like we'll do here. When is the Mopey show coming? Says Mopey, who gave some super chat. Thanks. Oh, and Bubblegum Panda can't give regularly, but I hope it helps. It absolutely does. Look at that. You guys are awesome. So much love right here in the community. You wonderful nerds. So yeah, that's kind of the strategy going forward. Oh, and not just a live stream, but also what I hate to refer to them as this, so I won't. Never mind. Backtracking. But we will do one smaller video every week. Whoa, getting artsy with a lobster. First of all, that is an incredible name, and I think everyone needs to check out that channel strictly for the name. But thank you so much for the $10 super chat. We are getting a ton of awesome people in the chat. Very generous people. Yeah. Whoa, hey, Mr. Moneybags over here. Totally. But yeah, so we are going to do some smaller, shorter videos, simply because, for two reasons. Number one, obviously they're easier for us to make. Brandon, thank you for the $1 super chat. Oh gosh, I can hardly talk. There's so much awesomeness happening in the chat right now. Thank you so much. But yeah, we'll be doing one of the shorter videos because they're easier to produce, but also because a lot of the shorter videos are the ones that can, not go viral, but they can get more views. They're easily watchable. People don't have to dedicate 20 minutes of their day to sit down and watch a video. They can just watch, something that's 4 to 5 minutes long, and that's a lot easier. Dylan, if Monday is when we're going to record a podcast, then I'll tell you what, we will go out to dinner or lunch or whatever, and I will buy you a $2 thing off of the menu. or something. I don't know. And Vamp Area on $5, more everything. Oh my goodness. You guys are knocking my socks off right now. This is awesome. So much super chat. This is like the best live stream I've done simply because of this. Somebody just, Bird Comic Studios just wrote in $100. I appreciate it. I really do. You guys are awesome. But here's 20 monies. Oh God, this is fun. This is what I'm talking about. I love doing these live streams. Yeah, they're not very produced, but they're just fun. They're just fun to do, and I love it. And I love hanging out with you guys. Getting artsy with the lobster gave me $5 more. I would love to see you guys on another Comic Pop video stream. Thank you for reminding me. Actually, when I was away in California, Sal reached out on Skype, and I have not responded, and I feel really, really bad about that because I keep forgetting about it because I was traveling. But thank you for reminding me. I will get on that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Holy cow, Mod King Mopey. Oh no, I can't. I'm going to pronounce that name wrong. Mija Williams for $2 super chat. Oh my goodness. So I feel like I want to speak words. So let's try to say more words here for a second. But thank you to everyone for being super generous with all of your money. But okay, so state of the channel, the video schedule. I'm going to try really, really hard to do specific days of the week. I don't know which days yet. We used to do Wednesdays and Fridays, but we might do... I've been trying Thursday, and Thursday seems like a lot of fun. Either way, we're going to try to pick one day a week where we will, or not one day, 2 days a week, but we'll post a live stream and a video every week. That way we can get it on a regular schedule. I think that's something that's hurt us lately is because we've been just kind of posting videos whenever, when in the past we used to post on a very specific day and time, and I think that was more beneficial. Holy cow, X something core 87, thank you so much. Shout out from Knoxville, ready for homecoming. I absolutely am. I actually used to go to college in Tennessee, so hey, awesome to see Knoxville on there. Vamshi, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. Vamp Arion, by the way, my wife said she loves all your videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of the kind words. Will the streams, this is a great question from Dylan, will the streams always be like this or have a specific comic topic? So I think part of the reason, well, you know what, Dylan, I'll use you as an example. Dylan/Orum. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Itchy. Favorite channel to watch. Thank you so much. The Film Guy. Can the new AW be called? The assistant writer be called an? No, I don't think so. So will they have a specific topic? I'm gonna use Dylan as an example here, and we'll talk about the people behind the scenes as well. That's a good point, Film Guy. We'll talk about them in a bit, so you guys know more about them. Dylan has a show on his channel called Orum's Forum, which is really fun, and a lot of... it's one of the shows that... I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Dylan, but it's one of the shows that you put together because it was simpler to produce than like a show with issues, because it was more opinion-based, that sort of thing. And, you know, it was just something you could pump out really quickly and easily comparative to your other videos. And I think that's kind of a similar thing that I want to do either with these live streams, have a very specific topic and just kind of talk opinionated stuff, maybe even workshop, kind of like a successor to Headcanon, but we won't call it Headcanon because that will make everyone in the comments scream. But I want to do something that is more opinionated and really just workshop ideas, talk to you guys about stuff, and maybe just, have a fun exchange of comic book ideas and superhero ideas, and it'll be a good time. It'll be a grand old time. Some of them might just be generic live streams because I want to hang out with you guys. Some of them might have, a lot of them I'm hoping will have a very specific topic to talk about. Either something that I come with, opinionated with, reviews, obviously. Spider-Man Homecoming's coming up, so I'm going to do a live stream review about that. That's something that we'll do a lot more of because that's, again, another opinion-based thing. We might do some comment responses. Tales from the Comments is something. I would like to bring that back in a different format. I think I've talked about this before. I would love to do a live Tales from the Comments, where I don't I get someone, like maybe someone else on the NERDSYNC team, to grab screenshots of comments that maybe I've seen while just responding to comments, or maybe I haven't seen, and they'll throw them in front of my face, and it's like, it'll be, you know, probably the first time I see it if I haven't responded to it, you know, whatever, and I just kind of react to it live and answer questions and comments without having formed this idea in my head, just to kind of keep it loose, keep it fun. Who knows? That might be a lot of fun to do. It'd be awesome. But with that format, good segue. Oh, dang it. I'm so sorry. That is, I don't know if you heard that notification. That is a notification from Dennis, who is on the NERDSYNC social media team. And he told me to remind them that, like right before it was going to go live, and I didn't. So apologies, Dennis and Lanisha, who also works on the social media team. Where has DK been? Well, he's been in Virginia with the Super Carlin brothers, which remind me to talk about some of that in a bit too. Nice cap thumbnail. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun with that one. Yeah, kind of like the DeFranco Friday show style. I thought that was a really cool idea. I kind of want to copy it. I feel so bad. X something core 87 again. When can we expect the homecoming live stream? So because I'm doing a live stream this week already, I am seeing it on Thursday, which is tomorrow. So I might, right? Maybe my days are getting confused. I'm seeing it sometime. Who knows? I already bought my ticket, and I probably won't do another live stream this week. It might be, we might wait a couple days, do it early next week just to give people time to see it in case they don't want to rush out and see it opening day. And then we will just all chat about it and have a big old spoiler conversation about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Giving money sounds. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate the thought and the effort. That's what matters. So yes, today's Tuesday? No, it's not. It's Wednesday. You're a liar. That genuinely got me. I'm going to be honest with you. Either way. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, a comment. Oh, people on the team, NERDSYNC team. Gosh, my mind is going a mile a minute right now. Yes, so the people on the NERDSYNC team, this is something that was briefly brought up. NERDSYNC from the very, very beginning was kind of a hub channel. That's kind of the whole name that's why it's called NERDSYNC. It's because we can, have a bunch of different shows, a bunch of different nerds coming together and talking about the stuff that they love to talk about. So just brief history of NERDSYNC in case you're new or in case you forgot or need a refresher in anything like that. We used to have, before Comic Misconceptions, we had a show called Behind the Frame, which was all about VFX and prop building tutorials and cosplay and all that sort of stuff. That was a ton of fun. We used to do a cooking show called Kitchen Sink, SYNC. That was fun. It lasted one episode because the person behind it was in college. We all were in college. But either way, couldn't do it, couldn't find the time. Totally understandable. We had Let's Plays on the channel. That was totally not our brand at all, but we did it anyway. We had like a machinima, like all of this stuff is crazy. Then we started focusing on comic books specifically because that's the stuff that I'm most interested in, mostly superheroes specifically, if I had to be honest. I just love the concept of superheroes, and I love talking about superheroes, and I love analyzing superheroes, and I love superheroes so much. So that was our focus for a really long time, but I wanted to bring that hub style back. So I brought people like DK in to do Alter Ego. I brought other people like Haas to do Kamikana, Joel to do Super Suits, other people, I'm sure I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff, but either way, we did a lot of kind of hub-style stuff like that. And the idea was, I didn't want NERDSYNC to be Scott. I didn't want it to be Scott's channel. I wanted it to be NERDSYNC. I wanted it to be a lot of people's channels. And so the NERDSYNC podcast was way better than the online podcast. You know what? That's a totally fair opinion to have. I will say this. I have more fun recording the online podcasts, even though Dylan and I have been arguing a lot lately, which is probably the one that's fun. No one watched until I started being the almost singular uploader on this channel for a reason. See, that's not true, though. So to kind of go back in the history again, we were doing pretty well just with Comic Misconceptions on its own. And then once we started introducing other people like Alter Ego and Super Suits, those videos have some good, decent views on them. I mean, obviously it depends on the topic, of course. I mean, there are Comic Misconceptions episodes that have barely any views on them. Like I did a Harry Potter one that has like nothing. So, it always depends on the topic, but a lot of those videos have some really good views. So either way, I think I'm not trying to say what was the cause for the channel, going down. It was a lot of factors. There's never going to be one specific thing, right? That influences it. It's always going to be a ton of stuff. It's going to be, maybe I wasn't titling things very well. Maybe I wasn't, uploading as frequently or as consistently, which is definitely the case. And it was, a bunch of things, a bunch of assets, a bunch of things that came together that made it not very good for you in YouTube's eyes, for sure. So anyway, what was I saying before all of that? Yeah. So the reason I bring all this up, the history of NERDSYNC and the whole idea of a hub channel, is because that is, to me, still kind of an end goal, is to not have NERDSYNC be Scott's channel. I don't like that idea, and I know that there's going to be a transition period that takes place where, we start bringing more people on again, and then people will be like, who's this guy? You're not Scott. I mean, that happened constantly. DK was doing it for like a year, and he was still like, everyone was like, who is this guy? But it's because there's so many videos of me in comparison to everybody else that it was like, who is this guy? Because this is a new thing. Either way, you guys get it. I just want to briefly talk about all the people who are working on NERDSYNC stuff right now behind the scenes, because I think they need some love too. So we mentioned briefly editors and writers who are working with NERDSYNC right now. We got Andrew from 3DIY. He's the one who made my awesome 3D printed web shooters. That was a ton of fun. And he has been editing videos. He's going to continue editing videos. He's probably going to be more on the smaller video, the shorter videos that we have every other week. That's probably going to be his thing, because that's what he likes to do the most, is the shorter stuff, not necessarily the longer stuff, but he'll also continue to do some good animations and whatnot. So he's awesome. I don't think he's here right now, but if he was, then he would say so. But yeah, so he's been fun to work with. We also have Angela, who works on the team also as both an editor and a writer. She's my assistant writer. The way that we've been doing videos recently, well, actually, I say recently, it was just the Adam West video. Writing to me is such a really hard thing. It's the whole bottleneck of the process. It slows me down to a crawl, to the point where I will do nothing for days, because writing is such a burden to me. So what we did this time around, which I thought was kind of fun, was we got on a Skype call, and I did all the research previously, not all the research, but I did about, 70-80% of the research that ended up being in the video. And we got on a Skype call with Angela, and I was like, hey, here's the story I want to tell. This is everything I want to say about Adam West. She took notes, turned it into a rough draft. I came back with it, hit some good, put it in my own head word voice. And that's how we wrote an episode. And so that has been an invaluable experience. So Angela is awesome. Everyone say thanks for helping with the Adam West video, for sure. But anyway, hey, DK's here. And and also, yeah, Angela is helping edit videos. And this is, again, one of those things where everyone right now, because we're still kind of getting in the flow of editing videos and the style that I want them to, and the style that I want is even evolving in real time, so I don't even have a style guide to send to anybody, because in my head I'm like, no, we're just going to do it different this time. Every video is going to be different, because I like doing that sort of thing. I like having every video have its own unique tone. So that's why video production has been slow, and it's going to continue to be slow until we can get Andrew and Angela kind of on board, and really, get the process like a well-oiled machine. So, all right. I have been missing Star Prince says, is Angela an Asgardian? This is not a joke. This is a real thing. I didn't know Angela's last name for the longest time. So in my phone, her last name is Odin's daughter, or Odin's Dottir, however you pronounce that. That's what it is in my phone. But yes, hit some good, put it in headword voice. That's right, man. It's a style, guys. But what do you like? Sorry. Yeah, that word. That's what it is, Dylan. You got it. So now I'm just, yeah. Do we have any questions as we're looking through? I'm doing all the chat stuff, I hope. It's very hot in here. I had to turn off my fan because every time I do a live stream, it makes those clicky noises that everyone hates, like a ticking clock. So I turned it off, and now it's very warm. So I apologize. But yeah, so that's the kind of people that are behind the scenes of NERDSYNC. We also have Dennis and Lanisha, who are helping do social media stuff. They're awesome. They've been helping out for a really long time, actually. And this is kind of is Dennis here? He is. Why are you not a mod, dude? That's my bad. Got it. But yeah, so now this is the whole reason I bring all this up is to, again, do the whole thing where we try to make NERDSYNC, not just Scott, but a bunch of people. So that's what this whole thing is all about. You're so confused. There's so much stuff going on. I agree, which is why I kind of want to refocus this live stream, talk about some stuff. What's happening? What's going on in the chat? Do we have any questions? What's up with the relaxed wardrobe today? It's honestly because I walked to Starbucks and I stayed there too long, and I had to run back here and to set up the live stream, and I did not have time to change. So that is the reason. Scott and I haven't talked about this in a while, but parallels is probably still a thing that's happening here eventually. You know what? I'll believe you when I see it, Dylan. I will believe you when I see it. Of all the people though, I think that's the biggest problem. With having the hub style thing. That was the biggest problem, was the things that people didn't like was when hosts came on that they had never heard of before, right? Like when Joel was on, people seemed to like Joel. People enjoyed Super Suits. But when Derek was here, who's Derek? Who's DK? That's no one. So sorry, Derek. But, Dylan as well, if you start making a show, then I feel like a lot of NERDSYNC people know you guys. So, but yeah, DK was cool too. I agree. See, people are saying, wait, who's DK? My point exactly. Did Scott get a haircut? There were a lot of comments like that for sure. But yes, will I be making any other collabs with comic book channels? I'm hoping to collab with people who even aren't comic book channels. I did a big collab with the Archie collab with Mother's Basement. That was a ton of fun. Look, guys, I love making collab videos. I love doing the NERDSYNC hub. Part of the reason why I loved doing the hub style of NERDSYNC, where we had a bunch of different people come on and make a bunch of different videos, is because it was easier for me. I mean, not really. It was more stressful for sure, but it was fewer videos that I specifically had to write and shoot and edit. Repeat reference. But yeah, bring back Stu Dippin'. We're working on a collab thing. He brought up a really cool idea to me the other day, and we're going to work on it. Sorry, I keep hitting my desk. Yeah. Anyway, I like doing collabs. I want to reach out to more people. And look, honestly, even if we didn't do shows, I would love to just have guest spots. A couple months ago, we had Owen from Owen Likes Comics do just a standalone video talking about his thoughts about the DC extended universe, the cinematic universe, and talking about Batman v Superman and all that stuff. And I thought that was a ton of fun. So I would love to just have, even if we didn't do shows, if every once in a while we just had a guest person come on and just make a video for you guys. I think that would help me out. It would make it so that I'm less stressed because they could just make the video themselves and then we could put it on the channel, and then that gives them, presumably, if they're smaller or have a different audience, that gives them access to the NERDSYNC audience to spread the love of their channel and whatnot. I think that would be a lot of fun. Owen's video was great. I agree. Sean Griffin with the $2 super chat, and we're back with the super chats, everyone. Thank you so much. How often will you do live streams? I like them. I'm aiming for once a week. That would be a lot of fun. Speaking of other videos, I recently found out, I didn't know this, I recently found out we have one last recorded Super Suits episode with Joel. I didn't know that, but Joel informed me of that, and so we might release that one at some point as kind of like a send-off to Super Suits, I guess. That was kind of a suggestion we had. It's kind of cool. Yeah, this means you need to pitch Scott some ideas. Ron, honestly, yes. If you have ideas, I am all ears. I would love that. Am I introducing any new shows in the future? So kind of what I've wanted to do this year was just kind of not do shows at all. Was just to make NERDSYNC videos, right? That's what we've been doing. Like comic misconceptions, that's not really a thing anymore. We just make videos that don't fall under any show. I'm like, the sun is shining right now and I'm kind of bleached out. This is better, but I don't want to hold my hand here the whole time. I'll try to fix it in a bit if it gets too bad. Did I ever think of Easter eggs in movies? I did, but then I remembered that Mr. Sunday exists, and no one could ever do it as good as he does. We have a private message on the Discord server, our Patreon Discord server, from Mopey, who asks when Parallels is coming out. I don't know. Ask Dylan. When's Parallels coming out, Dylan? It's been months, man. Nah, it's fine. I don't care. I don't even like Dylan. Will you bring back Super Suits? Yeah, probably for that one last video, if we can. Will we be getting an episode on Dazzler? That's an episode a video I've been wanting to do for honestly years. Dazzler has a really fun real origin, which I might do. I almost did it for when X-Men Apocalypse came out because there were rumors that she was going to be in it as a cameo. And then she was kind of in she was sort of kind of in a deleted scene. I'll do it eventually. Whenever Dazzler becomes relevant, then I'll do a Dazzler video. Stu Dippin, X something chorus says, Stu Dippin, shout out to the Retro Movie Podcast. That's right. Flashback Flicks. It's a good podcast. Go check it out. But yeah, Mr. Sunday shout out. He's the best. Oh goodness. Wow, that was fast. Adrian, are you here right now, man? I just got that email you sent. Well done. Good on you. What are my favorite nerd channels? My favorite nerd channels, I don't watch too many of them. I've said this before, simply because I don't want their style to affect my style. Specifically comic book stuff. Nerd channels, I absolutely, the one that's had the biggest influence on me was PBS Idea Channel. I say was because it's ending and I'm very sad about it. And in fact, that's one of the videos I'm planning on doing in the next month or so is that's not comic book related at all. I just wanted to make a video talking about how much Idea Channel has affected NERDSYNC, and if you like anything that we do, then chances are a lot of it was heavily influenced by Mike and the team over there. So, but yeah, watch them while you can, I would say. Please turn on slow chat. What does slow chat do? Is that the thing that makes it so people have to do? I can't remember. Oh well. R.I.P. PBS Idea Channel. Anyway. Yeah, let's just do a couple. How long have we been going for? About not even that long, like a half hour. We'll go for a couple more minutes. Super Carlin Bros collab. Hey man, I'd like to. I just don't know what about specifically. It's possible. We just need to figure out what it would be on. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, totally. who knows at this point? 36 minutes. Will the NERDSYNC newsletter return someday? That's a good question. Potentially, but it wouldn't be. We tried to do every week or every other week. We might move it to once a month because there's not, back in the day when we were doing the newsletter, there were lots and lots of videos produced every week. So that was the purpose. But since there are going to be fewer videos, we might just do once a month as like a, hey, in case you missed everything. Which, by the way, can I say this to everybody here? Let me just ask you a question. How many of you guys have notifications turned on for our videos? I'm very curious about this because I don't think YouTube gives us the stats on that. And I think that's a missed opportunity for some cool analytics to see how many people have notifications turned on for our videos. Because I got to say, you guys who are in the notification squad are awesome. You guys super duper help us out. A ton of you guys. Holy cow, the chat's going crazy. Crazy with people with notifications turned on. Thank you guys. Yeah, you guys help us out because everyone the way the YouTube system works now, is they, the views that we get in the first day, that determines, how good the video is. So, you guys who have the notifications turned on are awesome. I appreciate it. Is DK back in NERDSYNC? He is not. He's just friendly today. Normally he texts me insults, and it's the first thing I read in the morning. It's not very nice. We should make a survey. We might do a survey at some point, asking a bunch of questions. In fact, that was one of the first things Lanisha wanted me to do when she joined on the team, was to do a survey, and then we wrote it up, but then we didn't send it out, so. Anyway, let's do just a couple more questions. We'll go for a couple more minutes. Is there anything else you guys want to know about the state of NERDSYNC? Just as a general thing right now, things are way better right now than they were a month or so ago. I gotta turn off notifications on my computer right now. All right, hold on. There it is. All right. Sorry. I apologize. I don't know if you can even hear all that stuff. NERDSYNC is not being canceled. And it's all genuinely, it is because of the wonderful nerds who support us on Patreon. I say that in all the videos because it's true. Those guys over there, those amazing nerds, are the reason why we can continue to make videos. And it's the reason why we can continue to make longer form videos that are more produced, because I know that we're going to get a return on investment for our time, which is not something that I could say if, let's say, YouTube, for example, Dylan, who's here, you can attest to this. We did a Harry Potter video last year that you spent a ton of time animating, a rat getting electrified. And that video got nothing, got no views. We absolutely did not get a return on investment for that video. So thanks to Patreon, we can, and it's a little bit more stable because of that. Geo Jake, holy cow, hello from France. Thank you so much for the super chat. You guys are freaking awesome today. Goodness gracious. I love it. Same with the Exo Manowar video. Yeah, that was 3 people working on stuff at the same time for that video. Was it 3 people? I think Ricky. I remember Ricky being involved. He might have just been here. I don't know. Maybe I'm just losing it. Do I have enough oranges in my fridge? No, but I have a lot of grapes. I like grapes. You like the Harry Potter one? Well, thanks. I enjoyed making it. I thought it was fun. NERDSYNC meetup in Dallas. Are there enough people in Dallas who would want to do that? I'm not I guess I'm kind of self-deprecating a bit to be it's not even that big a deal. But also, I'm just I don't know specifically city-wise where everyone is located. So I don't know. If we put up enough, we should do another meetup. Good idea. Okay, we could do something. Probably, yeah, we'll get together with maybe Eris and Drake or something like that, and we'll do a big YouTuber Texas meetup thing. Simply because it'd be fun to do. But yeah. Sorry, just looking at the chat now. What city is NERDSYNC in? Oh, this actually brings up a really good point. Currently, I'm in Dallas, Texas. I don't know why that's how I thought people would say the word Texas or Dallas. Thank you. Another $2 super chat. Huzzah! Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, so what was I saying? Yes, Dallas, currently located in Dallas, thinking about moving to, oh yeah, Ricky. Why do I keep forgetting Ricky? Well, he lives far away, but so does Eris. I don't know. Either way, sorry, Ricky. I'm thinking about moving out of Dallas to either coast, but I'm not sure where yet. I'm leaning more towards moving to LA, but I don't want to be a YouTube cliche, you know? But, you know, if I can work up the funds to get there and to get my cats there, then potentially. Ricky would drive 10 hours to hang out. He would. He's great. Is NERDSYNC ever going to end? Honestly, probably someday. Not anytime soon. I mean, boy, that was super just like direct just then. Look, someday, probably. But not right now. Not right now. We're doing pretty good. And I hope we can continue to do good based off of a combination of Patreon, maybe some sponsorships. We haven't done any in a while. People just aren't interested in sponsoring NERDSYNC right now. Or, you know, like AdSense is like an additional thing. If we can ever get this book out that Chris and I are writing, that could be another source of income. We have merchandise. We have a brand new shirt that says Wonderful Nerds. Go to nerdsyncstore.com. Check it out. And if the super chat continues to be as awesome as it is right now, keep up the great work from myself and Terrence the T-Rex. Thank you so much, Van again. Oh, man. Everyone's being so nice today. You guys are awesome. If NERDSYNC ends, can I get the channel and call the channel? Oh, you know, and call it Now This Nerd and make bad videos. So this is actually something, you know, with PBS Idea channel ending, it's got me thinking about if NERDSYNC were to end. And this goes again to the whole thing of I don't want it to be Scott's channel. I would want to pass it on to somebody, honestly. I would love to either sell NERDSYNC or just give it to somebody that I knew could continue to make the kinds of stuff that the audience wanted without me. But again, don't panic. That's not happening right now. None of that is in the works, right? For the foreseeable future, NERDSYNC will continue to be this face until we can work out anything else. Whether that's collabs, whether that's new types of videos, guest videos on the channel, or eventually someday when I might have to hand it off to somebody else to continue to make great nerdy content. And hopefully we'll have a transition period. So it's not just going to be Scott one day, no Scott the next, and then never again. It might be like a, you know, on again, off again sort of thing. But what would I be doing if NERDSYNC ended? Wow, that's a bunch of people ask that question. I honestly don't know. I might have more time to write my book that I want to write, the Real Origins book, and I might just write a bunch of comic book history books or comic book analysis books. Not even comic books specific. I just love superheroes, so I might just write a bunch of superhero stuff. Or something else. Again, it's not even in the cards right now, so I haven't even thought about it, to be honest. But I might get into the rap game. I think that's where my best bet is, if I had to pick one. Yeah, Scott, I make great videos. Give me your channel. Nah, anyone but Dylan, I think. Write comics? Ooh, that would be fun, actually. Yeah, I've always wanted to write a comic book. In fact, I don't want to get into it. But yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, would I still be interested in making a NERDSYNC comic book like I mentioned? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun. Chris was also interested in writing comic books, so him and we're going to be writing buddies. It's going to be a fun time. Make NERDSYNC fidget spinners? I don't know if you guys could hear it, but I've been playing around with one like this entire time. Join up with Indie Mogul. Are they still a thing? I went to a party at VidCon and I saw the original Indie Mogul host and I like flipped out. I never approached him because I was like, this guy is god tier status to me. But I always wanted to. Anyway, we'll probably wind it down for the day. Thanks everyone for joining. And God, thank you so much for all of the super chats. Let me see if I can go back and find where all of the super chats are. Thankfully, they give me a thing here. So thanks to David, thanks to Mopey, thanks to Bubblegum Panda, thanks to Getting Artsy with a Lobster, Brandon, thanks to Dylan, even though I have to give his $2 back when I see him on Monday. Thanks to Vamp Arion. Thank you to Myja Williams, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. X something core 87. Vamshi, Itchy, The Film Guy, Sean Griffin, Geo Jake, Vanagan, Derek Geitzen, and Pirate Johnson. Those last ones just came in, I think. So, holy cow. Thank you so much for everyone who did the super chat. Thank you so much for all of you guys who are supporting us just by watching our videos, sharing our videos. That really helps a lot. And just for, hanging out in this live stream. I always have a ton of fun with these things. I say that like every time. Every time I do a live stream, I'm like, let's do this again soon. And I really do mean it. I love doing this stuff. Yes. Indie Mogul is back. I didn't know that. Oh no, I gotta check that out. What? And thanks to all the patrons, as Dylan said. Thank you to, if anyone's a patron here, if anyone here who's watching the stream right now is a patron, go ahead and write your name in the thing, saying that you're a patron. I want you to get recognized because you guys are awesome for helping support the show. The original Indie Mogul, yay! I'm excited. But yeah, for keeping the cats fed, I appreciate it. Oh, man. You guys are awesome. We do have a Spider-Man video coming out. Not this week, probably next week, because it was going to be this week because I was going to do something just really quick and short. But in typical Scott fashion, I started researching, and it's going to be a real long video. Prepare yourself for like a Halloween-themed horror video in the middle of July. That's about Spider-Man, so get ready for that. We have some really cool visual stuff coming up for that. I'm super excited for it. We will do another video this week that will be a lot shorter, not Spider-Man themed, probably centered around the Joker. So look out for that. So again, more horror stuff. I don't know why that's on my mind. Is Halloween in July a thing? Nope. But either way, both of those videos, get those notifications turned on if you're one of the people that doesn't have them, but it seemed like all of you guys had them on. So yeah, either way. Yeah, patreon.com/nerdsync for all of you guys in the comments asking. Thank you so much to all the patrons. And I think that'll probably do it. So with that said, I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to do the really awkward thing where I stare at the camera for like way too long just to make sure that I don't get cut off in the middle of a sentence. Sound good? All right. I've been Scott, reminding you to read between the panels and grow smarter through comics. See ya.